Gets out of town.
Well, she ain't been able to contact the relatives that she come up here to visit, so she's going back today.
Yeah, well, so long, Andy.
Yeah, so long, boy. So long.
Do-de-o-do-de-do-do-de-do.
Is that you, George?
We're home
Why, Sapphire, Mama, when did you get back from Georgia?
this morning.
Well, did you have a nice trip visiting all your relatives and peoples?
Oh, well, George, we were disappointed when we got down there. We was looking forward to seeing my cousin Luella's little girl, but she was away.
Oh, is that so?
Yes, but George, we got a wonderful surprise. She done come up here to New York to visit us, and we finally run into her this afternoon at the station.
Oh, here she is. George, shake hands with my little cousin from Georgia.
How do you... Why, it's that horrible sightseeing man.
Melinda Ann Benson, oh, no, hold on.
Does any woman in this day and age believe she needs more than one beauty cream? As Ann Delafield would say...
What nonsense. Modern women have discovered the all-purpose cream that gives complete complexion care.
Ann Delafield's all-purpose deep cream.
Yes, Ann Delafield's all-purpose deep cream. It's a cleansing cream, a face cream. It's a night cream, neck cream, eye cream, throat cream.
Ann Delafield's all-purpose deep cream is all beauty creams in one.
This rich, deeply penetrating, lubricating cream contains Ann Delafield's own secret formula of precious oils, esters, and cholesterols. Here in one golden top jar is the only cream you need, the one complete complexion cream for the sensible modern woman.
Remember, Ann Delafield's all-purpose deep cream and luxurious makeup products are available exclusively at Rexall drugstores.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, rely on your Rexall family druggist. And when you visit him, would you be kind enough to say that Amos and Andy sent you? Thank you and good night.
See you next Sunday.
Boys and girls, many Rexall druggists are running a special contest for you right now with a beautiful Schwinn bicycle as grand prize. See if the Rexall druggist in your neighborhood is planning a boy and girl contest. You may win one of the big prizes. Your Rexall druggist brings you the Amos and Andy Show, transcribed and directed by Cliff Howell.
This is the CBS Radio Network.
Okay, yeah, they were on CBS at that time. They did, Amos and Andy did start out on NBC. I think they did wind up, towards the end, going towards, to CBS. I call it the Old People's Network. I worked in a VA hospital back in the 1980s. I'd go all over the hospital. I was working, one time I was working cleaning up the hospital. The other time in the place where they served, I don't know if they could call that stuff food to the patients, but all over the hospital I heard CBS on the TV sets, and I call it the Old People's Network. Anyway, let's see. The 1st of December 1944. This one's titled The Ink Flow Fountain Pen Agency. Why not? Let's see what this is all about. Here we go.
Andy, did you hear that? Come on, will you please?
Did I hear what?
That whistle. That's the Rinso White whistle.
Oh, and Rinso means us.
That's right. Rinso gets clothes Rinso White, and Rinso presents the Amos and Andy Show. A lady I know told me that much as she enjoys cooking, half the joy of the mealtime is spoiled for her by the thought of doing the dishes her family is piling up. Of course, you know what I told her. that if she used Rinso for dishwashing, she could eat in peace, because she'd know that just as Rinso suds get out more dirt from clothes, they make short work of the biggest pile of dishes. Yes, those rich Rinso suds get rid of grease and sticky food particles faster than most soaps. Even your pots and pans are a lot easier to get shiny bright with Rinso on the job. And Rinso's easy on your hands, too. So, ladies, tomorrow, first thing, get Rinso. And now our stars, Amos and Andy. Well, something big is happening in Harlem this week. The Ink Flow Fountain Pen Company is offering the exclusive sales agency for the Harlem territory to whoever sells the most pens by next Wednesday. Andy Brown and George Kingfish Stevens have again formed a partnership and expect to win the sales contest. At the moment, they're in Andy's office boasting of their expected victory to Amos.
Yeah, Amos, there ain't no doubt about that me and the Kingfish is going to be the Harlem sales agents for the Ink Flow pen.
Yeah, well, I hope so, fellas. It sure is a nice writing pen. If you does get the sales agency, you ought to do a pretty good business.
A pretty good business? Why, we're going to do a great business. How much business would you say that Montgomery Ward do every year?
Montgomery Ward? I guess they do at least $100 million a year.
$100 million, huh?
Let me put that another way. How much you think Shorty next door do in his barber shop every year?
Oh, about $1,000 a year.
Well, then I would say we was going to do somewhere between Montgomery Ward and Shorty's barber shop.
Oh, sure, Amos. Sure, we is really going to be a success.
Fellas, the way you talk, you sounds as if they done already handed you the exclusive contract.
Well, they practical is. After all, when we turns in them orders for 3,000 pens, there ain't going to be no question about it.
Did you fellas sell 3,000 pens already?
Well, no, not the entire amount.
Then how many pens is you sold?
2.
2? Yeah. Oh, fellas, how can you even talk about winning the exclusive sales agency when all you done sold is 2 pens?
Amos, you don't understand. Them 2 pens we done sold was just a trial sale to see how easy it was. The people we sold them to grabbed them like hotcakes.
Oh, they did, huh? Oh, that sounds good, all right.
Yeah, first Andy sold one and then I sold one.
Who'd you sell them to?
To each other.
Oh, fellas, that is the silliest thing I done ever heard of.
Listen, Amos, even though we bought the pens ourselves, it was a fair test.
How?
Well, we played like we didn't know each other and wasn't even in the market for a new fountain pen.
Yeah, that's right, Amos. And in spite of that, we just couldn't help from buying these beautiful new Ink Flow pens.
There's only one trouble, though.
What is that, Andy?
We ain't collected from each other yet.
Well, I sure wishes you luck, but ain't there a lot of other people trying out with this company to win the exclusive sales agency here?
Oh, no. According to the company, there's just one other person competing. We don't know the name of the man, but whoever he is, he don't stand a chance against the 2 of us.
No.
Well, I just hope it all turns out all right. Well, I'll see you later, fellas. Good luck.
Okay, Amos. Okay.
So long, Amos.
Well, now, Kingfish, that we as big businessmen, I guess the next thing to do is find a secretary we can hire for the office here.
Yeah, good idea. Now, what kind of a secretary you think we ought to get, Andy?
Well, we ought to get the kind of a girl that, no, we better get one where I can get some work done. Why don't you look in the Harlem newspaper you got there, Kingfish?
Yeah, just right, yeah. We ought to be able to find somebody in the classified ads here. Let me see. Housekeeper, switchboard operator. Hey, wait a minute. Here, one here. Look here. This looks like something. Listen. Young woman will do part-time secretary work in exchange for use of office. Call Miss Genevieve Blue, Lehigh 4.
Wait a minute. Genevieve Blue.
Yeah.
That's my old stenographer, Miss Blue.
Well, I bet doggone. That's exactly who. Oh, I remember her. Buzz me, Miss Blue. You remember that?
Oh, boy, this is great. She's dumb, but me and you has got enough brains for the 3 of us.
Let's get her over here.
Well, Miss Blue, it sure is nice having you back.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, but on this part-time basis, how many hours a day does you think you can give us?
Well, now, Mr. Fish King, that depends on how busy I am. Let's see, there are 24 hours an average day, ain't there?
Most days, yeah.
Well, my meals take about 3 hours a day, 3.5 if the coffee is too hot. My hair and nails take another 2 hours, then I sleep 8 or 9 hours, sometimes even 10. You know, I find that going to bed early is the best way to keep from staying up late. Now, of course, on the other hand...
Oh, that's fine, Miss Blue. Now, but what we is trying to find out is how much time can you work here at the office?
All the time, except the first few hours a week, I do some outside work to support my mother in Louisiana. You know, it's the strangest thing about Mother. She's never been out of Louisiana in her whole life. And me, I never been in Louisiana, except, of course, for a short time when I was born. I had to be there for that.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess a daughter owes that much to her mama.
In other words, besides a few hours a week for this outside work of yours, the rest of the time you can work for us.
Oh, yeah, so Mr. Kingfish.
Excuse me, Miss Blue. I'll get it in. Hello, George Kingfish Stevens talking.
Kingfish, this is Henry Van Porter.
Oh, hello there, Henry.
Say, Kingfish, I can tell you where you can positively sell 500 fountain pens.
500? Henry, where is the place?
Well, you go see Mr. Billings at the Billings Office Supply.
Mm-hmm.
He told a friend of mine last night that he's all out of pens and he needs 500 of them at once for the Christmas holidays.
Oh, that's great, Henry. We'll call you back later. Goodbye. Andy, put on your shoes. We done just cinched a big order.
Oh, that's great, Kingfish.
But, Mr. Fish, what about me? What about the job?
The job? Take off your hat and coat and go to work. We'll see you later.
Well, here's the place, Kingfish. The Billings Office Supply Company. Let's go in.
Now, hold it just a minute, Andy. Now, hold it. Now, just wait just a minute, Judge. I got an idea walking over here, and I want you to listen to me.
Yeah, go ahead.
Now, the best way, Andy, that I done always found, and you know I as a salesman, the best way to sell something is to first create a demand for it.
Oh, sure. There ain't no doubt about that demand stuff. How we creates one.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to explain to you right now.
Explain that to me.
Yeah, well, don't stand there with ignorance all over your face. I'm going to tell you what this here. Yeah, now, we knows that since the man here in the store is out of fountain pens, he certainly can't have no ink flow pen. So if you walks in ahead of me, see, I don't go in with you. I waits out here. You goes in, and you pretend that you is shopping for Christmas presents.
Yeah.
And you want 50 of the finest pens on the market, the ink flow. Now, this fella Billings is certainly going to wish he had some.
Yeah, that's creating a demand, all right.
Right. Now, then, while you talking to the man, I bust in there in the nick of time, and I gets the order for the 500 ink flows.
Yeah.
Now, you go on in, Andy, and get the ball rolling. And remember now, when I walks in, I don't know you now when I come in there, you know.
Okay, Kingfish. Here I go. Creating.
Yeah.
Well, pretty big stationery store. Now, if I can find the boss... Oh, this must mean Mr. Billings coming over here now.
Oh, good morning. Is there something I can show you?
Oh, yes, sir, yes. You see, I was doing my Christmas shopping early, and I wants to buy some fountain pens, ink flow pens.
I see.
Yeah, the reason I gotta have the ink flow pen is because it's the only one on the market with the adjustable ink flow and comes in 12 beautiful colors, and ain't it too bad that you ain't got none?
Well, now, how many ink flow pens would you want?
About 50.
Shall I wrap them as gifts for you?
Yeah, that'd be a... Wait a minute. You mean you got ink flow pens? 50 of them?
I've got 500 of them. I bought them this morning from an ink flow representative.
Oh, me. You know, mister, I was just...
Here I is in the nick of time, you happy ink flow salesman.
Kingfish, Mr. Billings...
I got the order for 500 ink flow pens all read out here, Mr. Billings. All you got to do is sign it. Just put your name.
Wait a minute, please. I'm afraid I don't understand.
Yeah, well, you see, I happened to be outside, and I overheard this unknown customer creating a demand. So I thought I'd buzz right in with a supply here.
Kingfish, I gotta tell you something, Kingfish. Please.
Quiet, Andy. Mr. Billings, I can't understand how this unknown customer here happened to catch my name like that.
Yes, very strange. You caught his, too.
Yeah.
Kingfish, you gotta listen to me.
All right, what do you want, unknown customer?
I don't want nothing, except he done already bought the 500 ink flow pens from our competitor.
Yeah, well, that's the reason I come in here.